Howdy ho there, friends and neighbors. Bobby here today. Hey folks, today what we're going to do is do a review video once again on this DeWalt toolbox, okay? Now I purchased this DeWalt top and bottom toolbox assembly or whatever you want to call it about 5 years ago. I got it at Home Depot right after Black Friday, okay? Took it down to a job that I was working to at the time, used it a couple years, brought it home, it stayed here, it went to another job for a few years, and then it's back home, getting ready to go to another job, okay? But this time, I'm gonna do a little follow-up. I've made some review videos on this thing in the past. I had a couple negative things to say about it. The locking mechanism on the toolbox, I felt, was a very poorly designed system that never really worked that good from day one, okay? So the locking mechanism was not very good on this toolbox. Second thing was the finish on the toolbox, okay? The finish on the toolbox was a flat powder coated finish, okay? And you put a greasy fingerprint on it, you couldn't hardly wipe it off. It was the hardest thing in the world to keep this toolbox clean. So what we did last weekend, I bought some automotive paint, acrylic urethane, matched to the color of one of my US General roll-around carts, okay, that I'm gonna have at my job. And then I painted this, okay? Me and my son got out here with a red Scotch Brite and some soapy water, and we sanded this whole thing down, scuffed it up really good. First of all, wiped it down with wax and grease remover the best we could. And then we sanded it with the Scotch Brite pad and soap and blew it off, washed it off, blew it off, painted it this weekend. Didn't make a painting video. I might throw a couple pictures up of the painting process, but it turned out really nice, okay? And I want to show you the difference. We didn't paint the inside of it. So this here was bring the camera right up here, Nathaniel. See, the color's a little bit off from the actual DeWalt color that this thing was when it was new. But you can see that flat finish right there. I don't know if the camera's picking up that flat finish from the powder coat. And like I said, this thing was so hard to keep clean, okay? And inside here, of course, I never really put my fingerprints there, so it wasn't too bad. But you couldn't hardly wipe it off. So that's why we decided to paint this box, and I'm very tickled with the way it turned out. Now, a few months ago, back the camera off a little bit, Nathaniel, I'll show you what we done. And we made a video about this, it's on this channel somewhere, of a locking mechanism that we manufactured, okay? You see these two pieces right here? Can you see that in the camera, Nathaniel? These are the two, this is the current locking system for this toolbox, along with these padlocks, okay? So I'm just gonna show you real quick what we done to take care of the first problem, which was the locking mechanism. And then of course, I just showed you what we've done with my other problem, the finish of it. I think this is gonna be so much easier now to keep clean. We'll be able to wipe greasy fingerprints off of it easy. And if we wanna wax it from time to time, we can. Now the locking mechanism, I made these two things here. They have an ear sticking out of there. Show the people how that ear is made right here, Nathaniel. Point that camera in there. You see that ear? And what it does, that ear goes down into this slot here that I cut in here, okay? And then it goes right up to this bracket here that I mounted to the lid, all right? Let me show y'all how this works. Let me go and put this one in place too. All right, here's the bottom one. Watch, it's got an ear on it as well, okay? Shove it in the hole down here that I made in the toolbox, and then shove it right up here, okay? Now I'll show you how we lock the box. So I have these two padlocks. I call these storage bin padlocks, okay? So you see these at the storage bins. So right here, we're gonna come right up here, open up the lock, bring the camera over the thing, and bam, now the top box is locked, okay? Down here, I got another key for this other lock here. Let's see if this is it. Yep, this is it. Open it up, and bam, go ahead and put your lock in there so your toolbox is locked now, okay? And that's what I come up with as a design to overcome the locking mechanism that was on here before. I think it still looks pretty nice. It's different for sure. Bring the camera back over here. The people want to look at the toolbox, not me, Nathaniel. But a little different, but hey, it works, you know. And so guys, there's our DeWalt toolbox, 5 years old. We've made a couple modifications to it to make it great again. And we just wanted to show this video to you today. If you got one of these, a couple ideas to make it great again. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Take care.